Hey guys, time for another play along video with Mrs. Steck. I have my trombone here. I'm going to go ahead. We're on page 11 of your Tradition of Excellence books. That's book 1, of course. We're going to be doing numbers 39 and 40. So I'm going to go ahead and skip for the first one, for number 39. I'm going to go ahead and skip over the counting process. We are going to clap and count it. I'm actually going to put the notes in before I do that, okay? So I've got D, F, 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 and then this is a repeat. So I'm going to do D, F, F, F again. G, E, C, and I should say E flat. Bad, Mrs. Steck. E flat, E flat. It's terrible E flat, sorry. D, D, then D, F, 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 repeat, D, F, F, F. Then I've got G, E flat, C, A, and B flat to end. So let's go ahead and clap and count. Got my metronome going. I'm actually going to bump up the tempo just a little bit. Okay, we can probably clap faster than what that was going. Here we go. And 1, 2, clap and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Off. Okay, let's go through the slide positions. And if you need to pause this, then you may go ahead. Make sure that you're working on getting used to how to read the notes without writing them in. Writing them in is a good reminder. And sometimes I like to just go through mentally and think through them before I play them, just so that like my brain kind of is ready for it. But we shouldn't have to have the notes written in order to play the music. So for bass clef, if we think of the bottom note, this is G, B, D, F, A. Good bands do fine always. Okay? Good bands do fine always. G, B, D, F, A. All right? And then on our spaces, we've got A, C, E, G. And in treble clef, they have that cool thing where they like spell a word. We don't have that. We have ace, which is, I guess, a word, and then G at the top. So ace, G. It's not quite as cool and tricksy as all of that. All right, going through. And I always get the trombone slide stuck on my earbuds connectors. All right, here we go. Naming the notes and doing the slide positions. 2, ready, go. D, F, 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 D, F, 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 G, E flat, C, E flat, E flat, D, 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 F, 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 D, F, 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 G, E flat, C, A, B flat. And again. D, F, 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 D, F, 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 G, E flat, C, E flat, D, 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 F, 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 D, F, 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 G, E flat, C, A, B flat. Got a little tongue-tied there. Sorry about that. All right, guys, here we go. We're playing through. 2, ready. Reminder that A is in second position, and there's not a huge difference, not nearly as big of a difference between, say, second and third as there is between first and second. First and second is a very subtle, small. So it's a very small change between those two. And guys, remember, this is actually my first year playing trombone. So if I'm a little out of tune and pitchy in places, it's just because it's my first year playing an instrument. You probably noticed that the other instrument videos sound much cleaner and much clearer. I have a lot more experience with those instruments. Trombone is super new for me. So in the spirit of all of us learning together, let's do it again. And Mrs. Steck will hopefully have improved in her sound by that point. Here we go. With accompaniment. 2, ready. Wow. And I tend to play third position, my E flat, a little bit on the high side because I come in a little bit too far. So I constantly, you probably hear me make the adjustments while we're going. If there are notes for you that you need to adjust, then awesome, especially if you can hear that. Being able to hear and listen to our parts as brass players is very important, and especially on trombone, where there's so many different places that you can be putting those notes that are, it's hard to tell if it's correct. Like third position is an approximation. It's about here. Fourth position is an approximation. It's about there. Okay, but make sure that as best you can, you're listening, seeing that the pitches match. Okay, remember you can also slow this down if you need to. All right, I want to go through the counting for Sans Sereni because it's in 2/4, which is fairly new to us. We can only count to 2 and no higher. Cannot say 3, cannot say 4, only 1 and 2. Also, we have several ties, and it's kind of a newer thing where it have a half note that ties across the bar line into the next measure. So I want to go through that. We're going to clap and count. We'll go through also the counting itself. So remember, half note gets 2 beats. We bind those together or combine them together by putting a dash between them, just like if you had a reading assignment, pages 1 through 2. Quarter notes each get 1 beat, so they're separate. 1, 2, then back to 1 dash 2. Then the quarter notes 1, 2, and if I really think about putting that tie in, then I would, just like I started to do here, I would connect those so I'd have 1 dash 2 dash 1. And I know that's weird. You would never have a reading assignment where you had 1 dash 2 dash 1. Like, what am I supposed to do? Reread the first page? No, music, we just kind of keep cycling through that stuff. So since it repeats, but we're moving on, but we're going to take that 1 beat and combine it. Okay, so 1 dash 2 dash 1, then beat 2, 1, 2. Now this is not a tie, it's a slur, and you can tell because this note is on a space, this note is on a line, and this is high. Like physically, one is higher than the other. Okay, so 2 separate notes mean 2 separate beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 dash 2, and this is a slur, then 1 dash 2, 1 dash 2, 1, 2, 1 dash 2, and then I'm just going to think about just the quarter notes, and then I'll go back. Is this a tie or a slur? It is a tie because this is my E flat here and an E flat there. Same note means it's a tie, not a slur. So 1 dash 2 dash 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 dash 2 dash 1 once again. And then our 2 is on a rest, so it gets parentheses. Just as if, remember, we were telling like a little secret. We want it to be nice and quiet. Let's go ahead. We're going to go through this clapping and counting. Ready? And 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Repeat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, off. Okay, going through the notes. You've got F, D, E flat, F, tied to an F, F, G, F, E flat, D, F, E flat, E flat, C, D, E flat, tied to an E flat. Oh my goodness. E flat, my handwriting so bad. F, E flat, A, no, C, A, B flat. Sorry, my mind jumped into treble clef there for a second. Tied to a B flat. All right, going through and saying the note names with the slide positions. Here we go. Ready, go. F, D, E flat, F, F, G, F, E flat, D, F, E flat, C, D, E flat, E flat, F, E flat, C, A, B flat. And again, F, D, E flat, F, E, G, F, E flat, D, F, E flat, C, D, E flat, F, E flat, C, A, B flat. I got tongue-tied again. It's just been, bleh. It's because I'm tired, it's what it is. That's okay. We're going to push through. All right. No accompaniment, just the part. Here we go. 2, ready. Okay, one more time with the accompaniment, and this time I'm not going to play D instead of an F on that first note. Both times, guys. Struggle is real, real. All right, here we go. 2, ready. I think that might be my best attempt at playing trombone to date. Huzzah! Or maybe just the accompaniment was all up in my head and I couldn't hear myself very well. So maybe that's why it sounded the best. All right, guys, that is it. The next time you'll get a tutorial video from me, we're going to be on not page 12, not page 13, but on page 14, because 12 and 13 were the repertoire for the winter concert. And we're done with that. We're so past winter. We're so past, well, we're not past winter, but we're so past the Christmas concert, at least, or the holiday concert. So on we go. We're going to be hitting page 14 next. Getting into eighth notes means we get into more interesting music and we get to have more fun playing. All right, I will see you guys later. Have a good one.